up.
The liberation of mutant kind has begun.
Welcome to the future.
Who's this clown?
Not clown, Joker.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Nobody tampers with the equipment except Tony Stark.
Good idea.
United, the Avengers are strong.
Hawkeye, hands off.
Fool! Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power?
Not this time, Magneto.
My mutant brain senses danger.
Something unseen is slowly spreading its poisons, edging tempers.
Think carefully before you do this.
You filthy criminals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What up, Patty? What up, everybody? Welcome to Two Fat Guys Pull List, episode 116 or issue 116. And if you haven't noticed, Nate is not with us tonight, and that is because Nate has caught COVID. He has finally gotten hit by the vid, and he will not be joining us tonight because he is very, very, very sick. And he needs to rest. That being said, he's not deathly ill, but he's definitely got COVID, and we want him to get well. And what a way to start the new year with just Jim tonight on Two Fat Guys Pull List. But we're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna give away something tonight. I don't know if you heard, we hit 750 subscribers, so we're giving away a slab tonight. That's gonna be awesome. So hopefully everybody packs in. Or Patty, you're the only one here, and maybe you'll just win it. But we're giving away a slab tonight, and we're talking about some crazy books. It's gonna be a bit of a shorter show. I might end up playing some Marvel Snap later tonight, just because I want to fill out and play, and I haven't played on stream in a minute, so we'll get that started. But hey, Patty, let me know, how's the music? Is the music a little too loud, or is it just right? Let me know. While we wait for that response, let's go ahead and talk about some business. One thing, I don't have the Collected logo on. There you go. Got to put the Collected logo on. That's our show's sponsor. What up, neighborhood? Yeah, congrats on 750. Appreciate it. We're actually at 760 right now, so we're moving on up. We're getting to that 850, man. We're going to do it. But we will be giving away a slab tonight because we hit 750. But welcome, everyone, to the new year with just Jim, because Nate is out sick. But let's talk about some business. Obviously, we're going to talk about our show sponsor, which is Collected Comics and Games here in the DFW area. They are LCS here in the DFW area, and they're an amazing shop. Brown's got a great shop in Fort Worth, and Brent has one in Keller. So if you are in the DFW area, I highly recommend going and checking out Collected Comics and Games. But I'd also would love for you to go to brainycomics.com. And Patty says the music could be a little lower. I will do that right now. Just kind of bring it down a bit. There we go. But yeah, go over to brainycomics.com, and when you type in brainycomics.com, you're going to see this awesome website where you can buy exclusive and variant covers of modern books, bundles, bad idea books, new comics, mystery bags, back issues, graphic novels, games, toys, and collectibles, and even trading cards. Ron's got an awesome website here at brainycomics.com. Do a little bit of shopping. I know, maybe get some Christmas money. Maybe get a little bit of Christmas money, some extra Christmas cash. Head on over to brainycomics.com. Do a little bit of shopping. And then before you're done, in that top left-hand corner, there's a search bar. Type in Two Fat Guys Pull List and press enter, and this is going to pop up. And you've got our Two Fat Guys Pull List upgrade and premium upgrade. The upgrade is $8, and $8 gets you one mystery exclusive comic within your order that'll come to your house after you pay. If you do the premium for $15, you get two. And, if you go back to the homepage, you get some really cool, Ron's got the exclusive and variant covers already on the front page. These are the newest ones that he has in inventory, and there's a potential that you could actually get one of these that are on the home page, or you can skim through the exclusive and variant tab and see all of the ones that are available, and you may very well get one of those as your mystery exclusive from your upgrade from the Two Fat Guys Pull List upgrade. So head on over to brainycomics.com, do a little post-Christmas shopping, if you will, and put in that upgrade right before you check out. pick that up and see what mystery, exclusive, or variant cover you get in your order when it gets to your house. So that is that when it comes to that part of the business. Then also we're going to talk about two things, and that's obviously the giveaway tonight. That is right, tonight we are giving away this CGC graded 9.4 Silver Surfer Black, issue number 1, second printing with Noel on the cover. Whew, it's probably the last time, if not second to third last time, that I'm going to have to actually say that before we give it away. But yes, we are giving away this tonight. The way to enter tonight is by, one, obviously being subscribed, but then be involved in chat, whether it's just saying hi or just tonight as we continue the show to talk. Once you submit something in chat, I will put your name in a spinny wheel thingy, and at the end of the night, we will draw a winner for that. And then I have to talk about it. You know, we're giving away this at 1,000 subscribers. You guys know the drill. Let's hit that sub goal. We're on our way. We're at 760 as of right now on that monitor. Let's keep it going. That's at 1,000. And then, guys, we've got a new slab to talk about. And you'll be interested, you know, not interested, but you'll be, it's a cool little fact. I made a new 850 subscriber intro little break in the show. Excuse me. Where we talk about this slab that we're giving away at 850 subscribers. So let's hit 850, and then we're giving away this Green Lantern number 1 store incentive with Jon Stewart on the cover. 9.8 CBCS graded. I think this is the first 9.8 we're giving away outside of our 1,000. So let's hit that. Let's hit it. Let's see here. So let's get to chat. Excuse me, really quick. Patty says Happy New Year. I mean, I hope he gets better soon, fast. Yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks. Obviously, Neighborhood says congrats on 750. Joe, my keyboard didn't show up. Yeah, had a restart my phone. I'm sick as well, but hope Nate gets better. Oh man, Joe, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, definitely get better. Patty, music could be touched on. We did that. All right. And then Joe, RIP Aftershock Comics. I read they're closing their doors this year. Oh shit. Wait, in 2022 or I guess 2023. Hopefully they finish out their series, because Chicken Devil is still, that's like the one Aftershock that I'm like actually very involved in. So hopefully they get that done. If not, then that sucks. Maybe Image can pick it up, or Boom. Hopefully Boom and Image kind of pick up these series that have been left on the floor by Aftershock. That really stinks, because I was enjoying some of their stuff. More specifically, Chicken Devil. That shit was good. Oh man, I got a little tickle in my throat. I promise I don't have COVID. I already had it. All right, well let me pull up the name wheel thing first, so we can start putting in names, so we're not, you know, sitting on our hands when that pops up here. There it is. And then we've got Joe. Comics Joe is here. I'm just gonna reload. So let's see here. We got Comics Joe, which currently is in the lead. Patty. I'm gonna put an accurate username there. Should we put in bots if we get any bots? Just kidding. We got the Neighborhood Merc. Neighborhood is such a weird word to spell. It's hard. Right now we only have 3 people in, so get in there, guys. Currently, Patty, Neighborhood, and Joe are in the mix to win tonight's slab, so let's get it done. All right, let us start the show. We're going to kick off the show with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 16, Dark Web tie-in. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter show, just because I don't have ideas to bounce off Nate. But I said this when we first talked about this book on New Comic Book Day. I am digging the hell out of the Amazing Spider-Man tie-in part of the book. I'm really liking the Ben Reilly being evil and over-exaggerating his loss of memories, and Peter going like, "What the heck's your problem, bro?" I'm really digging that. I know some people aren't, but for me, it's scratching that itch for me, and I'm digging it. So I can't wait to see where we go with it, and seeing Peter finally like getting, you know, submitting to Ben and going to Limbo. I thought was pretty freaking crazy, and I'm loving the art on this too. Joe, hang on, let me get my wife. Yeah, that's right, Joe. Get her in here. Anything for the giveaway. And anyway, I've been enjoying it. I've been having a lot of fun with this run. I like the story between Ben and Peter right now. I'm really liking that. What I'm not digging, and we'll get to into this part later in the next book that we have, but the Madeline Pryor Venom storyline to me is just not hitting. And I think it's because of how those characters have been recently established within the Marvel comic book universe. And for me, it feels very backtracky and almost like don't worry about what we did over here. But for this, for Amazing Spider-Man, I think it's doing I think Wells is doing a really good job of just keeping his story focused with his characters. And I'm digging the dynamic. I'm really liking it, and I can't wait to see where we head with it once once the event ends. But so far, I've really liked it. I don't really have any complaints when it comes to the ASM part of Dark Web, which is, I think, a pretty big part. But there's always two parts to a story. And the other part is Dark Web X-Men, issue number 2. I'm just having a really hard time with I guess how I'm gonna move this over just a little bit because it's bothering me that you can't read the whole. There we go. I guess it's just bothering me how Madeline has just been reduced to an angry clone. Right? And like we got a little bit of that in Vita Ayala's run, right, of New Mutants. But I'm doing like adjustments while I'm talking. I don't know. It just feels like a regression for the character, in my opinion, because she had so much movement as a character, and now it's back to being an angry clone, angry at Scott, angry at Jean. And I don't know, I'm just not, I guess I gotta get over it, but it just feels like a major regression for the character specifically, and I cannot get into focus. So I don't know, the artwork in this book has been really good, Rob Rice on it has been amazing, but Gary Jerry does essentially acknowledge the regression in Madeline Pryor and what her motivations are, and saying, wait and see. So I am digging that. There is a bit of acknowledgement from Gary Jerry that, hey, things aren't as they should be, and I get that. So maybe we'll, cross your fingers. Maybe we'll actually get some. We'll find out exactly what the hell's going on with Madeline Pryor and why she's done a complete 180 since her New Mutants and Limbo takeover. And Gary Jerry acknowledges that, so we'll have to wait and see. But there's a slight sliver of hope for me in this sense of Dark Web, if there's any of that to say. Patty, when I was building houses in the subdivisions, I thought spelling, oh yeah, it's cul-de-sac. Yeah, dude, there's just some weird words to type. Joe, to be honest, but so far I digged this week's Dark Web. Even the Venom turning was solid, but I'm not reading Miss Marvel's web. I heard this is a spin of the 90s Inferno. I mean, it definitely is a 90s Inferno spin with the Spider-Man. It's definitely Inferno 2.0 or 3.0, whatever you want to call it. But it just feels like a less how do I say this? It feels like how Dan Slott messed with Franklin, even though like there was some big like mutant things going on with Franklin, and then he was like, nah, I'm not gonna write him as a mutant, he's gonna lose his powers. I thought that was very like, it feels like that, but is less aggressive. It's more of just like, hey, we're having fun, right? But still, I'm a stickler for continuity, which I guess I should take my foot off the pedal on that sense, but I don't know. For me, I just feel like there needs to be more. I'm just waiting for an explanation so the continuity makes sense, right? And Marvel seems to be doing a little better on that, but with this, it feels like it's kind of like, nah, I want to play with my toys, and I don't care what you wrote prior. That's how I feel about it. Patty, This is just Angry Clone Wars for Spider-Man and X-Men. You're right. Neighborhood. I'm waiting on the trade for Dark Web. Unfortunately, I had to sacrifice right now because of everything on my pull list. Dude, I totally get that. Me and Nate are both in that kind of position right now where we're kind of dropping certain things that aren't necessarily like in our direct view of interest. But Dark Web, I was gonna give it a shot, and I'm enjoying it so far. But I totally get going to a trade paperback for it. Totally makes sense. Joe, what's up? All of a sudden we are getting Clone Wars all over the place. Spider-Man, Jean Grey, Sinister. This year is the year of the clones. Definitely. We got the Sins of Sinister coming right around the corner, and we're gonna have clones and chimeras and alternate scenarios. It's gonna get crazy in the X books. I cannot wait for it. Actually, Quiku, what's up, man? I like this. Seems like Maddie wants the memories she lost during the original Inferno back from Jean. That's totally what it is, but I think there's going to be some more motivation there too, and I'm hoping she's corrupted, but we'll wait and see. And then obviously Happy New Year from both you, Quiku, and I would assume Joe's wife. What up, y'all? Let me get y'all. Actually, that reminds me. Let's get you guys into the giveaway so we can prepare for that. So Quiku. All right. Quiku, am I pronouncing that correctly? Also, we need to talk about Dark Crisis because you messaged me about that. We definitely need to talk about the finale of that. I'll do that at the end of the show. Actually, it'll pop up when we are talking about Superman or Action Comics. All right, everybody is in. Galen, you're in. All right, let's keep going. All right, next up we have Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise issue number 2. Man, visually this book is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful beyond compare to any book this week. That being said, this one kind of fell off a little bit when it came to the storytelling. A little confused, very heavy on deposition, and usually I'm not really a big that doesn't really bother me, but I could not focus on the actual story of this book, and there's 2 different things going on now. It's been revealed to us that there are two different events happening simultaneously with Doctor Strange, where one is in the astral plane, it looks like, and the one is in the physical, which is very Doctor Strange. But overall, it's going to be hard for me to review this issue because, man, this one was out there. It reminds me of high school. I can kind of see that, but I mean, for me, it's absolutely stunning. I just think, I think it felt very Ewing. It felt very Al Ewing and his Defenders run towards the end. I was just but it came out of nowhere, with Al Ewing's Defenders run towards the end. Like, you could kind of feel a shift of this performance becoming more, thick with plot and deposition. Whereas, we're hitting it immediately on issue 2, whereas issue 1, it kind of felt right to be kind of foggy, not knowing what we were doing. And this one, I felt like we were going to get a little bit more explanation to okay, this is kind of where we're going in that direction. And it went full on, nope, we still don't know what, there's all these different things going on, and you will not know which way is up or which way is down. So a bit of a knock for this issue. Is it derailing me to pick up issue 3? No, I'm gonna see it through all the way through. But this issue, art-wise, absolutely fantastic, stunning. But the story itself felt very foggy, and so I'm hoping when we get to issue 3, we get maybe some clarity. Just a hint of it would be really nice, just so I can feel good about it. Anyway, it was fun, but reading it was hard. It was very hard because I just didn't know which way. I didn't know where to look, and that didn't have anything to do with the artwork. It's just everything was just the flow of the comic and then the story itself that they were telling. It felt like at the beginning of the book, I was like, all right, this is the direction we're going in. And then we jumped into the astral plane and was like, whoa, wait. And then we kept on jumping between the two. And when I finally felt like I was getting my footing in the book, it would throw me another loop. And it's a little, I don't want to say disappointing, but it was hard. It wasn't as easy to read as issue 1. So, yeah. Right before we get to Moon Knight, let's get back to chat here. Joe, I did reread Dark Crisis, and to be honest, it was actually a really good read. They gave enough detail for the first Infinite Crisis to give motive. It did stall a few times, but overall good. I like this one on Doctor Strange. It's almost out of my style of comics, but the art is by far carrying this book 100%. As for Dark Crisis, for me, it fell flat, and I think the reason why it fell flat is because it felt like it felt like that was the comic they wanted to write. I don't know what am I trying to say here? Okay, let's step back. So, death metal, right? They reestablished the multiverse in death metal. They established Wonder Woman as part of this massive omniversal council, and then immediately threw that idea out the window because G5 was squashed, right? Or whatever it was called. I can't remember what it was called. And then who wrote? Was it? It's not Camwell. Williamson. I don't remember. Tell me who wrote Dark Crisis. He's gonna have a run on Superman. They brought him in, and they essentially just did a do-over for a year, right? And then they have Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it just felt so. To me, it felt like a rushed event, in my opinion. And when we got to the end of it, it was like, oh, and now we've got this whole new reset. Here we go. And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't we just do this a year ago? Joshua Williamson, there you go. It just felt very rushed, and now it's like, all right, we got to redefine what the Justice League is. We're not going to have a Justice League for a while, but be prepared for a Justice League in the summer. Like, that's how it felt. I don't know. It just, to me, it felt very too fast, too loose, and then like, all right, just get to the ending already. And it, if there's a prime example of how another example I could use is within DC, is when the Justice League was coming out, and Snyder was making his movie, and then he left, and they brought in what's his name from the Avengers, and essentially the studio was like, just get the team together and make us a good movie. Or just get the team together, and this is what that felt like. It felt incredibly rushed to me, and I don't know. I'm just not. I am looking forward to, and we'll talk more about this when we get to Superman. I'm looking forward to where the DC universe is going in the new books, but gosh, doesn't it? It just feels very. It just felt unnecessary. Right there. I agree 100% that Dark Crisis. About Dark Crisis, I don't feel like a necessary event could have worked better as like a 12-issue mini. Yeah, Joss Whedon. There you go. It just didn't. I felt like death metal had so much more weight and consequence, whereas this one is like, hey, we're going back to the old times, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know there's a huge fan base for Infinite Earths Crisis event, but for me, it fell flat, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping something positive can come out of it, coming in March March and April when the new comics come out. But for me, it just wasn't, I was like, oh, it's over. Okay, cool. It just didn't feel very weighty. It didn't feel like it had consequence. But that's just me. As for Moon Knight issue number 18, holy hell, this was an amazing issue. Again, Moon Knight doing vampires better than any other Marvel book that has vampires in it. And dude, he throws down. Moon Knight throws down in this issue. He busts out the holy water, quite literally in this issue. He takes on some pretty heavy-hitting vampires in this book, and I thought the artwork in this was just so good. I don't know, like, I'm right there with Nate. Moon Knight is one of these series that for 2022 just performed above its expectation for me, and it's continuing on into 2023. And so I really hope this is a long-lasting run, because this was so much fun for me. Like, I just had a great time with this issue. The dialogue is great. The artwork is great. If you're not reading Moon Knight, we say it all the time, you need to be checking it out. Even if you don't like Moon Knight, this is totally worth the read. Back to Patty. I wish comics would start embracing single or 2-issue arcs more. And more, I mean, we have so many huge events. A lot of them seem to fall flat. 100%. Or if you're going to do an event, keep it contained within... No, do the dark web thing. Yeah, have a couple tie-ins, but it's contained within the books that are involved, right? Or even when we get to She-Hulk, it's the same thing. We've had a story arc going through 10 issues, but it's been so self-contained, but so much fun, where I don't have to worry about outside perspectives of the books and them worried about them having to make sense, right? Because when they do make sense and it works, then we say, bravo, this was a great event. It didn't fall flat. But for that DC event, it just, I don't know, it fell flat to me. But Moon Knight, freaking awesome. Speaking of She-Hulk, before we talk about She-Hulk, let's get to the chat really quick. Joe, the drawbacks on the event is I don't think Nightwing shined as much as I wanted him to, and Black Adam came off as a big baby, and then he also was definitely drawn like The Rock towards the end of it, and I was like, this just feels like so inconsistent. And it seems, if there's any consistency, is nobody knows any form of consistency within the DC office when it comes to comics or movies. It's kind of sad. Quickio, I wouldn't mind going back to Infinite Earth if DC had tried to explore the Omniverse, but now I don't have any faith that having Infinite Earths will matter. I 100%, yeah. When, the Infinite Earths get spewed out, you're like, okay, cool, but wait, what are we doing? What's going to happen? And there's just no explanation to me. It's crazy. Joe, every solicitations we get from Marvel, I feel like we will find out Moon Knight will end. Yeah, right? I hope not. Jed McKay, it's perfect in making this character bigger than all the street-level heroes. 100%. I don't want to read that solicitation the day it's like, this is the final issue. I'm going to be pissed. Quiku, Moon Knight is one of the most consistent books at Marvel and DC. It is very consistent. It's been so good. She-Hulk, issue number 9. You guys know me. I'm a big She-Hulk fan. This was so good. So much fun. Rainbow is kicking ass here. She is writing a really good story. And I'll say this. She did something that I thought would never happen. And that was make me care for a character that I literally didn't know anything about. Nor did I care to know anything about, and that's Jack of Hearts. And I almost cried. I almost cried in this book. We catch She-Hulk getting caught by these two scientists that are trying to steal She-Hulk's power because she has like the right amount of gamma radiation. She's got the right DNA for it. She's got the bronze and the smarts. They want all of it, and they were the ones that used Jack of Hearts as a device to get to She-Hulk. So we find out now why he's been siphoned, why he doesn't have his powers. They siphoned his powers off so that they could drain her gamma energy, her gamma radiation. And it ends up backfiring, where the female scientist ends up using the Jack of Hearts radiation, I forget what it's called, and ends up stealing the Hulk out powers from her husband. So now she's got the bronze, and I think the brains, so she's basically a Hulk, and her husband is back to normal. And Jack of Heart dies because he ends up taking the power that they had drained from him back in order to stop them from stealing powers from Jen. But in the midst of all of this, when it's about to actually go down, She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. She's talking to the reader. I would assume she's talking to Rainbow, and essentially is upset. She's seen the story arc before. I'm falling in love, or I've got a good thing going here with Jack, and I'm gonna lose him. He's gonna die, and I don't, there's nothing she could do about it outside of breaking the fourth wall and acknowledging the fact that it's bullshit, that she's gonna lose another relationship, get into a relationship and lose it. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic the way it was done. I read it twice. I had to read it twice just to really grasp it. But man, it was so good. And so we leave. The issue ends where the two scientists escape. One of them is now full on Hulk with brains. And then we have Jack of Hearts, who looks like he's dead. And She-Hulk is absolutely devastated. It was so good. That's my pick of the week, guys. I'm sorry. Like it's the pick of the week, and I know I'm a huge She-Hulk fan when it comes to the comics and the show, but it just was that damn good. It was so good. Slap that button. That's right, Joe. Let's see what you guys are talking about here. Oh, what's up, Sebastian? Let me get you into the giveaway here really quick before I forget, because I do not want to not get you in there, because you did participate in chat. We are giving away a slab if you didn't know. There we go. Oh, and then Turtle Power's here. What's up, man? Let's get you in there. If you didn't know, Turtle, we are giving away a slab tonight for hitting 750 subscribers, and you are in the giveaway spin wheel. Anyway, this was such a great climax to the arc, and having a sudden fourth wall break was genius. Then Jen talking about why she loves him, and an amazing issue to end of the year with. Yeah, no, it was so good, and I actually messaged Rainbow, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to wait, because the next issue doesn't come out until February, like mid-February. I don't know if I can wait that long. Like, it's rough. She-Hulk was really good this week. I think the creative team would have had one of the best runs on She-Hulk if Marvel would stop botching her run. She needs to be left alone, like Thompson's Captain Marvel. For me, there needs to be consistency. This run has been fantastic, but it continues. I'm 100% joyed and happy that it keeps on getting picked up another 5 issues, but every time they do that, they have to pause when it comes out, so we have to wait 2 to 3 months to get the next issue for the new arc, and it's incredibly frustrating. I just want Marvel to give Rainbow the ongoing and say, look, write 25 issues, or give us 50 issues of She-Hulk, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, let it happen. Now, I don't know if it's maybe Rainbow just wants to do, 5 bursts and see where she goes with it, or maybe it's Marvel being hesitant. But whatever the case is, guys, we love it. Let's go. Let's just bring it in here. Let's make it an ongoing, so we can have a consistent She-Hulk book come out every week or every month, rather than pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. I don't know. It's incredibly frustrating, because I love this book. This book is so good. Read that one. Patty, we need more books with tragic ends and plans that just don't work at all, leaving everybody surprised. Right? We need more rom-com in comics. She-Hulk is perfect for that. 100%. Thought it was great. She-Hulk's my favorite character, but I am not a big fan of this modern female lifestyle direction they have. Not my cup of tea, but I hope everyone else enjoys it. And I totally understand that. Not everybody, not everybody's in the mix of it. I'm digging it right now. It feels genuine, if that makes any sense to me. It's just kind of cool to see her live her life out, and seeing kind of that slice of life aspect. But we still get superhero stuff, and we still get the law stuff, but to kind of get even more into that, I liked. That being said, I liked She-Hulk in the Avengers run. I liked that version of the character. I thought she was really good in Jason Aaron's Avengers run. And when they pulled her out, I was like, oh, that sucks. I wanted her to stay, because I currently don't really like the consistency of the team right now. But, can't always have everything you want, unfortunately. I am happy it's not like a terrible run of Civil War 2. Civil War 2 was... I need to reread that, because I read it, and I hadn't really expanded on stuff that happened prior to it, and then stuff that happened after it. But yeah, I've heard many people say that Civil War 2 was a bust. Also, the covers are dope. The covers are fantastic. They're so good. Honestly, if they did romance in comics properly again, it could be very popular like it used to be way back when, but it seems to be a hard thing to do to balance. Another comic that we just recently finished, where there was really good chemistry in a romantic storyline, was in Cantwell's Iron Man run. Or McKay. I don't remember who it was. One of the two. Where it was Hellcat and Tony. I want more of that. We need more of that. And I hope Gary J brings it back, because when, the last 5 issues of that run, it just was non-existent. And I liked the Hellcat Tony romance storyline. I want more of that. So yeah, I totally agree. Let's do it. Let's get on top of that. Patty, I've always liked She-Hulk as part of the Fantastic Four as a supporting character. If they did more crossover, I'd be all over that. I hope that happens. Cantwell, gotcha. Yeah, I agree. She needs to be involved in more books for sure. I 100% agree on that. Great book, my pick of the week. Star Wars High Republic issue number 3. You know, I'm digging the run. I actually like this High Republic arc more than the previous one, and we're like way back in the past right now for this issue. We get a little bit more character development with our character here on the front cover and figuring out his past and how he could be kind of reckless and he ends up getting some people killed. I dug it. I thought the Scott is doing a great job of weaving new stories, but also not. I guess for me, it's because there's the lack of the dark side vegetation that was in the first High Republic, and I could not stand that. And this one just feels more Star Wars. This one feels like Star Wars. I'm just saying. So I liked this issue, and on top of that, the Blade, I had a lot of fun with it too, getting to know this, you know, pretty highly skilled Jedi and how he's just a major badass, but he's not just badass in the sense of swinging the blade, right? Like, he's intellectually and he's smart. He's very smart, and he shows it. So both Star Wars High Republic books this week were fun, and they weren't a chore. I felt like the first arc in the High Republic felt kind of chory, like just get to the good part. We never did. Now we're at the good part, and this is I'm digging this. I'm liking the High Republic right now. Let's get back to here. I think Turtle said, if they can't do romance in comics, then explain why TV romance is failing. Writers need to improve their penmanship. Yeah, I wouldn't. You know who does? This is gonna sound. I don't care. You know who does what does slice of life in like romance, like legit romance really well, or like dating or like relationship? Does she like me or do not? So, some animes do really good do that well, or even mangas. What was the one that I was reading? I don't know. There was one that I was reading recently that did a really good job of that. I'm starting to get into more mangas, which I'm really digging. But that Red Hood one was really good. Yeah, Red Hood. That one's freaking awesome. Let's see here. Let's get back to it. I will not, not the superhero persona that came in the 70s, I think, but she's been around for a very long time, and they probably looked back, but I'd have to read it to know. Gotcha. All right. Oh, Patsy Walker. I see what you're saying. All right. Let's keep going. Strange Academy Finals issue number 3. Dude, this was super close to being my pick of the week. I'm still digging this Scotty Young, Roberto Ramos tag team of this series. Keep it going. The war between the two factions from the school is ramping up. We've got some loyalty in question in this book. This overall was a great issue. I can't really expand upon it. I don't want to give it away, but man, if you're not reading Stranger Things, I'm sorry, not Stranger Things, Strange Academy, you're missing out. And I really do hope that Disney decides to make this into a show at some point on Disney Plus, whether it be live action or Pixar style animation. I think it would be really cool as a Pixar animation, but a live action would be pretty dope too. But this was great, seeing kind of a redemption for a certain character and seeing, you know, the war to come. It's coming. It's getting really close. Neighborhood. Absolutely loving Strange Academy Finals. It's been great through 3 issues. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like this is issue 3, right? And it's because it's a continuation of Academy, but they just threw on Finals and renumbered. But it's been really good, and I really hope this needs to continue. I hope it doesn't end quickly. I hope if in order to get this to continue is after this arc is over to rename it and give it a new number 1. I don't care. I want it to keep going. Joe, halftime question. I've never understood why X books X-Book fans are so hung up on why they want the books to connect more, because the other Marvel books tell contained stories and didn't know why X-Books are. I think it's because of the precedent of what Hickman established. I think that, and at least that's what I think. I kept on saying think. I think Hickman established this idea of having a connected network, or a network of books within the mythos of Krakoa. And it kind of was promised to us right at the beginning of it, where we had, the Chip Zdarsky mini with the Fantastic Four versus X, with all the other books kind of connecting. And then when right before Hickman took off, books started splintering, right? After Ten of Swords and into Inferno, things kind of got wonky. And for some, the better, some not so much. So I think it's really the precedent of what Hickman established that makes that notion available right now, which is, why are X-Books fans so upset that things are becoming splintered and not connected? I think it's because of what we were kind of promised and shown could be a reality when Hickman was the head of the X office. I don't want to get hung up on it. It's been over 3 years or 4 years, and we kind of need to move on. But I think that's what it is. If I had to pinpoint it, I think that's what it is. I wish Nate was here to tell me to shut up, because he'd be like, no. But is the X book supposed to be an event? I don't know. I think since Inferno, it's been this weird gelatin state, right? And then Karen Gillan came in and said, no, we have a defined direction. But it seems like the only people that are playing in that sandbox are Al Ewing and Zeb Wells. They are, their books are the only ones going forward, it looks like, through the Sins of Sinister event with Karen Gillan. So it does feel like they're kind of trying to get back to that feel and state within the X books, but I don't think it's ever been 100% established, or has been said all these books are interconnected and it's going to feel like one big event. Maybe at the beginning of House and Powers, but it hasn't been notioned that way until Sins of Sinister, where they've here are the Sins of Sinister tie-in books and this is where we're going. That to me is the only time it's ever been kind of established as it's going to be that way. So that's what I think. I could be totally wrong. All right, after that, we got Timeless, issue number 1, the one shot from McKay. This was super fun. We got little snippets of what's going to happen within the Marvel universe. It's like Marvel 1000, but even more vague. And we got a lot of X-Men stuff, because I think that's the big thing that's happening this year. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I liked, Kang struggling. I'm interested to see, who this mysterious character is that's tormenting Kang. And then there's the big tease for the Avengers book that's coming in 2023. Who will be the writer? Donny Cates? I don't know. We'll see. Just kidding. That's my hope, but I doubt it. But overall, I liked Timeless. I thought it was fun. I liked the storyline. I liked the new character setup. And I liked seeing, the previews, the little very vague previews of what's going to happen to certain characters in the upcoming year. And it definitely feels like Krakoa is about to be completely wiped out. It really does feel like that's where we're headed. And I'm sad, but we'll see what happens. Exterminators issue 4. This is a silly goose time. Really enjoyed this book. Another book that is doing vampires better than any other book that's doing vampires outside of Moon Knight. I want more. I want more from Williams. If it's this group, or just more of these kind of, self-contained arcs that are dealing with things like Krakoa, but just kind of saying, all right, here's this funny, weird thing that's going on, but we're all the serious shit's over here. We're just gonna have a good time over here. That's what this book is. And issue 4 didn't disappoint, and I think we got one more after this. So I'm loving the hell out of it. I think it was great. Sebastian, the Timeless issue was good, but preferred the one that came out last year. Question: who do you think writes Avengers? Donnie, Jed? Personally, I hope it's Donny Cates, because I think he would write a really good Avengers book, and I'm sure he would put some very quirky and odd members into the team, which I would be all for. Do I think it's going to be him? No. I don't know who it's going to be. What do y'all think? Who do you think is going to write the Avengers run? I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say a name and be like, oh, they already wrote one, But I would love for it to be Donnie, in my opinion. Quiku, is Jed McKay going to be the writer of the new Avengers? I would also see it being Cates or Ram V. Ah, yeah, Ram. Jed McKay, I think it'd be good too, but I want it to be Donny Cates. I really do. I really want it to be Donny Cates. I think I know his Guardians run, the second arc, doesn't pull as much appreciation as the first arc. And I know a lot of people don't like his Death of the Inhumans, but goddamn, I thought they were both good. I think he would do great writing the Avengers. And then the question is, who does the artwork? Right? Who does the artwork? It's got to be someone big. But I think it should be Donnie. That's just me. I think Donnie should write the Avengers. I hope he writes the Avengers. Patty, I've seen the memes for this going around, and some dudes are really mad and took jokes personally. They need to chill the hell out. It's just comics, guys. Joe, Timeless was really good, but I'm the only one following Captain America run leading to Cold War. Them books are politically thriller, espionage style, amazing so far. I need to jump on it because there's a big Captain America event happening in the summer. And I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Let's jump over to DC. I'm sure this is the one that everybody's been wanting to talk about, and that is Superman Action Comics, issue 1050, the big boy. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. The big thing that happens in the book is pretty damn crazy, with Superman everyone losing their memory of who Superman's real identity is. But, the kicker is, if you find out, you essentially, and correct me if I'm wrong, you essentially can't handle it to the point where it'll kill you, which is pretty crazy. So we got to work through that shit. What I found interesting, and let me know, chat, what y'all think about this. How do we feel about Superman essentially surpassing Goku as, like, the end-all be-all superhero that can transcend space and time and physics? How do we feel about that? What do you think? Tony, what up? Let me get you in the wheel of giveaway so that you can potentially win our slab tonight. Tony. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let's see. I'd like the Avengers to be written by someone who can bring Beast back to the team and fix him. I am biased because I grew up reading Beast on the Avengers, and he was actually helpful and not a ding. Steve, Captain America, is dealing with secret society and the truth behind the Shield, and Sam Wilson's Captain America is dealing with diplomatic warfare. Man, I gotta get into that. As for Action Comics, I thought the story was fun. The new power set for Superman is pretty crazy, and just kind of makes him. I'm not saying this bothers me. I'm just saying it's just an observation. It just makes him so OP to the point where, like, well, what's the point of comics, right? Like, you can throw him into an alternate universe or dimension, and the dude can just snap his fingers and be back in a blink of in a moment. Just blink, I'm here. And to me, it's like, all right, well, then what's the point of other superheroes? You have Superman. It felt a little weird. Like, it just felt very like, well, I'm invincible to lasers. That kind of thing. Like, all right, lasers for breakfast, so you can't kill me with your lasers. Like, that's how it kind of felt. And I liked more of the Lex Luthor turning the identity around more than this, surprise. But that's me. If anyone's going to get more powerful, it's Clark. I mean, he started without being able to fly, and why not? That's unheard of to have for him to get overpowered up. No, I get that. I totally get that. But it's just going to raise more questions for other runs. Like, well, why can't he do that when he does it in this book? You know what I mean? Like, it's that consistency and continuity thing again. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to shut up. I'm on board with all the Superman titles coming, even Superboy that comes out later. It's a nice setup for the new era. I know I love the House of El. No, I love all the books that are about to come out. I do. I really do. I'm excited for it. People kind of have been saying that since he could do more than leap a building and outrun a train, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm making too big of a. I'm not upset about it. I'm not like, oh, this sucks. But it raises the question in me, like, oh, well then, no threat is too great because he's just going to be able to do X, right? I don't know. And I need to shut up because I love World's Finest, and Superman could solve all the problems in that book, right? Detective Comics issue 1067. It's a slow burn, but dude, what we're building to seems like a lot of fun, and I am very interested to see where this original family, who feels like they essentially own Gotham, like they are the original owners of the city, are about to butt heads with Bruce, and I'm here for it. This is fun. It has been slow though. It's been a slow burn to get to there, but I'm on it. I'm anywhere near dropping Detective Comics. I've still been on board with it ever since I picked it up. But I did like the moment between Mr. Freeze and Batman here, saying like, if you leave me alone, I'll give you some advice. Go out, save the day. I thought that was really cool. But overall, I'm digging this. How can they raise those stakes? Who knows? I think Quickie says, I think this was pretty interesting as a status quo reset. I'm curious how they'll give Superman challenges. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. You articulated it way better than I could. I'm sure you should just have your own show, Quickie. But that's exactly what I meant to say. 100%. But Detective Comics, I'm digging it. If I had one criticism, I'm ready for it to kind of ramp up a little bit. So I really hope they give John more character development. Agreed. Other than a young Kal-El, there is so much they can do with him, from not being raised by Clark Lois to being half Kryptonian. I totally agree. I want more. It does make it harder, that's for sure. I completely get that. I just hope they have the idea for it and not just giving him a power up to fix Lex in a fight Lex in a power suit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, give us a reason. Give us. Don't just say, now I have this. Like, well, but why and how and what's, how are you going to use it? And I'm sure we'll get that. But, if this is my DC pick of the week, I'm just saying it right now.
Yes, pick of the week.
DC pick of the week, not the pick of the week, just DC pick of the week. Nice House on the Lake, book 12. This is the finale of, surprise, part 1 or book 1. That's right. It looks like we are going to get a part 2 or book 13 or whatever. I think we're going to get a second arc of Nice House on the Lake if Tynion chooses to do so, which I would assume he would, because there are a lot of unanswered questions in this book. But with that little conclusion at the end of this book, I hope it looks pretty clear that that's what's going to happen. This was so fun. Did it answer everything that I wanted it to answer when this book first came out? No. But with that tease at the end of the book, we're getting somewhere, right? We may get the answers to, like, every time we got introduced to a new character and why they were sitting in, literal hell, how they got to that point. I'm sure the second, maybe even third arc will let that happen. The fact that what it appears to be that we're getting a second arc in Nice House on the Lake could not be more happy. And so it immediately gives this book a little bit of a pass for not answering some of those questions. And to be honest, I didn't know how you were going to answer some of the questions that have been unanswered in one book that's not oversized, right? And that's how you do it, by saying, hey, there's going to be a second arc. But overall, loved this book. Yeah, Sebastian, you definitely do. Whether it's when it comes out in hardcover or trade, pick it up. This is a crazy book, and I want to reread it all collected. So hopefully there's going to be a hardcover, because I want to pick it up in hardcover. But this was great. I don't even want to give it away. Like, I don't want to give away anything. All I know is that, just know this, that the humans in the box are now in control. but they're not, because they think they are, but they're not. That's all I'm gonna say. This book was fantastic. Back to chat. It does seem harder. Yeah, I read that one. John could be edgy, not a Boy Scout 2.0. Tom Taylor went a safe route with his first solo book. I think he's going to break out of that for sure. Rip still need to read this. Yep. Joe, Detective Comics is so-so with me. It feels like to be better if it was Black Label book, because the tone and style is so weird for it being set in this timeline. I could see that for sure. But you'll need to be reading this book. All right, guys, that's going to do it. I totally forgot, like that was the last book. But that's going to do it for tonight's not new comic day. Reviewing these books. I wish Nate was here, but he is obviously sick. So I guess, am I forgetting? Oh yeah, we're giving away a book. We're giving away a slab. So if anybody is currently watching that has not talked in chat here live, make sure to get in here. I'll give you another minute or so to just say hi or hey, congrats on hitting 750. And then we were going to give away this one. Silver Surfer Black issue number 1. And you guys know the drill. I'm going to spin the wheel with y'all's names in it, and then we'll give it away. And then whoever wins, make sure to email us at twofatguyspullus@gmail.com. Send us your your address or where you'd like us to send it, and we will get it out. I still need to get out that Something is Killing the Children hardcover book 1 to Empire. Kind of been waiting for the U.S. mail system to kind of tone down it a little bit so I can get these things out at a better time when they're not being congested with everybody's mail. But we're gonna give this away. What did Patty say here? I'm excited to read these books once I get to my comic book shop. Finally had rain and plus weather, not snowed in anymore. Ooh, that's got to be brutal. Yeah, sorry to hear that. All right, let's give this thing away, huh? We've been talking about it for weeks that we were giving away this slab. Weeks. Let's finally do it, guys. And then you can just hear me talking about giving away this Green Lantern number 1. All right, without further ado, here we go. Cross your fingers, dot your eyes. Let's spin the wheel. Good luck, guys. Do I have everybody? Does it look like I have everybody? Think we're good there? Yeah? All right. 3. Forever hold your peace. 2. Wait for the lag. Wait, hold on. My music stopped. Oh, because it ended. Hold on, we gotta put music back in. Give me back here. Let's start here. Okay. Well, Joe said something. Did anyone else already get the new Batman 131 and the new Dark Knight of Steel? I thought it came out next week, but I already got it. You did? No, I didn't get it. Don't say anything. Don't spoil it. All right, let's spin this wheel. 3, 2, 1. Let's give it away. Good luck, guys. And the winner is Neighborhood Merc. You won. You won this Silver Surfer Black issue 1 second printing, CGC graded 9.4. Congratulations, Neighborhood. Make sure to email us at twofatguyspullus@gmail.com with your address, and Neighborhood, we will get this to you ASAP. Congratulations. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this channel. And all right, guys, let's get to 850 subscribers. Let's do it, guys. We can do it. All we gotta do is believe, right? And hit that sub button. But congratulations again. And yep, thanks again, guys. Everybody being here. Again, I apologize for me just talking solo. I'm sure it gets boring just to hear me talk. But Nate will get back. He will be back soon. And we will continue on. New comic book day video will be me solo, also talking about Nate getting COVID. So be on the lookout for that. That video drops this Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. And then obviously we'll review all those books again this Sunday. Hopefully Nate will be back. And then at some point we're going to work on a solicitations. Oh, happy birthday, Neighborhood. That's awesome. Great. Well, you got an awesome gift. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Hopefully we'll do a solicitations video for March. Yeah, March. I've already got the thumbnail made, but me and Nate need to record it because 2 weeks ago it came out, or 3 weeks ago, and I didn't have a voice, so I didn't want to do it then. And now Nate's got COVID, so hopefully we can get all healthy and we can make that video for you, and you can check out what we think about March Marvel solicitations. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I appreciate every single one of you. Neighborhood, again, congratulations and happy birthday. And yeah, we'll see you guys this Tuesday and then Sunday. As always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Catch you in the next one. Later. Later, guys. I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. It's like 9 o'clock. I'm so old. Later, guys.